My name is Rhapsody and welcome back to the Bazaar. Let's go, Dooley. Let's go. Come on, and weapon core. Really? I just let that come out of me, but is that really what I'm asking for? Seems like the game would oblige here. Weaponized core deals 10 damage and gives weapons the right of it plus 5 damage for the fight. When you use any item left, give it an additional second of charge. There's also the core for trying to charge up the dinosaurs faster. I did that recently though. Critical core. This and the items to the right of it have plus 15% crit chance. When you use any item to the left of this, charge it a second. And when you crit with any item, charge this a second. I really like the idea of going for the build where you use the core. So you use this core, it has 15% crit chance. If it crits, it gives itself a second worth of charge. So there's other tools like, you know, the motherboard, obviously GPU for hasting the core, motherboard for give your core haste, and when your core gains haste, give it damage. There's also the cooling fan for giving crit to your core. Putting all of those over on the left side of the core so the core gets to a bunch of damage and a bunch of crit chance, and then just crits and lowers its own cooldown as well. It seems pretty appealing. I mean, I don't know if that's how it's going to come together, but we'll see. Strange Mushroom versus Andy here. I do care about small items, especially Alpha Ray. The earlier I go, the less competition there is in the pool for Alpha Ray.
If you have to ask the price, you can't afford it.
I'm definitely going to need to take some stuff to get on for a couple of fights, so I'll take Chris Army Knife here. Every 5 seconds, deal 5 and shield 5.
Money can't buy class at neither.
Ooh, and Hamlet, when you slow, charge this 1 second and then cool LEDs. Every 4 seconds, slow an item for 2 seconds, and when you use the core, charge this 1 second.
You want to buy that? I mean, excellent choice.
I mean, realistically, Hamlet's going to need an upgrade or two before it's faster than Chris. Power Sander, every 4 seconds, could have given some additional damage and scaling to Chris. I would prefer not, though. And we'll go with the Kyber drone fight. I think I field enough here that I'm comfortably safe in this fight, I'm pretty sure. Good reason to have a friend early. I would still take Brick Buddy if it showed up. I wouldn't necessarily mean for it to be like a huge amount of my build. But it doesn't have to be if it just sticks around for a little period of time and does some good work. Even a Bronze Tier Brick Buddy does good work. Oh, 5% crit chance. That matters. Sylvia, unfortunately you are too high quality for me right now. Lost crate, and I should probably go for regen here at Finn's Big Bite, admittedly. Getting a small weapon would be nice, but I can't guarantee it'll be worth anything to us. Whereas 5 regeneration is always pretty good. There's a huge amount of Vanessa items we lose day 1 to here. There's a far smaller amount of them we win it against. My regen's going to be really impactful here. I guess so is theirs, unfortunately. And in the Sandstorm, they'll definitely do more damage than I will. So if I can't grow any damage on them before the Sandstorm and they can't grow damage on me, the absolute best outcome we can hope for is a tie. I suspect it's more likely they win, just because their cooldowns are going to trigger in the Sandstorm, whereas mine... Wow. Wow. I mean, we were going to win whether or not we died at the same time as them or not, but we didn't. that is to say, die at the same time as them. We survived. Field Hamlet now. Pip teaches bronze skills.
Masterful trainer, but I must be the cheapest.
Non-weapon items have 5% crit chance. Toughness or improvised toxins. Those are all hard whiffs right now. Yeah, right-handed. Rightmost weapon has 20 additional damage. Is totally reasonable.
I'm impressed.
The crit core is our most commonly attacking weapon at the moment. Andy, you sell small items. I care about those.
Buyer's remorse never. Be remorseless.
I'll take Arc Blaster when you use the core. Charges 1 second. Take a roll looking for... Light Bulb. Every 3 seconds, adjacent items gain 2% crit chance for the fight. No, I don't think that's what I want. We want a different way to accomplish something while we're gaining crit chance. We don't just want to gain what is admittedly a very small amount of crit chance very uncommonly. We need more than that. Jungle Ruins up against middle. I'm going to go for the Jungle Ruins and just take the experience. Easy Rogue Scrapper fight. We just do a lot of damage. So most of this build, at the moment, is just about trying to speed up the resolution of the critical core by having items on the left-hand side that either are quick or are somehow charged by using the core. Hamlet is charged by using cool LEDs. Cool LEDs is charged by using the core. The Arc Blaster is charged by using the core. And Chris Army Knife is here for support. Scrap for 12 shields on the left-hand side is pretty good. Bronze tool item? Yeah, give me a bronze tool item. Battery. Charge the item left of this 1 second every 4 seconds. It's honestly not bad. Curio, eh? I think it's too early for me to go to Curio and really expect a good outcome. I'm gonna go Strange Mushroom and go for the experience, and we get left-handed. Your leftmost weapon deals 20 additional damage. Nice. Tinker is here. Lick it! Oh! Super Syrup. Adjacent items permanently gain 1% crit chance. This item loses 1 max ammo if it has 0. I can either field battery or I guess that's probably faster. Or I can start giving crit chance to the core. Super Syrup could give 10% if, however, the fight ends early, which I would definitely prefer.
You should know, I'm a bit of a legend on Pelago.
We might be able to do something extra cool. We'll see. Ooh, that's a mean board. Just seeing the red envelope immediately in a silver square starts to make me shiver in my timbers. Admittedly, it's not the most potent I've seen. I don't really have scaling on my set. Like, our scaling is Super Syrup. That's what our scaling really amounts to at this point. Yeah.
Legs make you predictable.
That's unfortunate.
You move in straight lines.
Take the Lost Crate because Curio still terrifies me right now. Isla sells weapons, and I need to look for weapons. Specifically, nice. I need to find my Alpha Ray.
carry my weapon, I fight alongside you.
Uzi is a very fast activating weapon.
Enjoy the
We'll take
thrill
that.
of battle.
Every 2 seconds? Oh, pulse rifle. This deals. This has +1 multicast if it's adjacent to your only friend. So I will be getting rid of Chris. And Tesla coil. Every 6 seconds deals 60 damage if you use an adjacent item. Charges 1 second. Upgrades the amount of seconds every time you charge it though.
Go make some more stories, then come back and tell me.
I don't really want to get rid of the Uzi right now. This is about to disappear. I need that Tesla coil. I can't leave without it. Arc Blast adds 5% crit chance. It's not going to be fielded for that long. Cool LEDs is nice, but I would have to invest in it. I'm going to get rid of the cool LEDs and battery. If cool LEDs comes back at a later level, I might pick it up then.
Make me proud.
And I'll try and give the crit chance to the Tesla coil and critical core. This is relatively similar to something I did on stream recently. But that doesn't mean it's not correct. Eccentric Gatherite. So I would love to be able to keep the super syrup until we can level it up. If we can level up, it will refresh all of its ammunition, giving it a bunch more crit chance, giving me the ability to give even more crit chance to the critical core. I might go to Tempest Flame Dancer so that I can try and kill him. Is there any way I kill him in time that doesn't require my Tesla coil and stuff to go off anyway? Maybe. But the enemy that shields and the enemy that freezes us will definitely expend our entire syrup. Okay, I kind of wish I got a third usage out of it, but I'll take 2. Bar of gold, and we get our level up. Our first level up is bronze tier upgrade. We will upgrade the super syrup. And now it has 2% additional crit chance to adjacent items every time it goes off, and 10 full ammo again. I mean, I can take it off board when I'm going for fights against normal enemies and run this. And this is probably more appropriate to do at the time. Furnace, Artisan Dunes. Artisan Dunes would just be for 10 damage on an item, but 10 damage on the critical core is not bad. It's going to be our primary damage dealer for a while. Andy, you sell small items, but realistically, I would only go to you and roll looking for the Alpha Ray upgrade, and actually, that's still worth it. Alpha Ray is so important right now. Nope. Didn't find it, but I will take Crypto, giving us the ability to earn some of our money back. Entei! Probably my favorite of the legendary dogs. No one says Raikou, right? I can't imagine a single person who has a... It's... It's Suicune? Or Entei? Oh, hello. I'm you, but stronger. They're also running their own crit builds. Own crit core. I mean, admittedly, I will need money. I'm gonna go to the docks and work for a weapon. Bayonet, when you use the weapon left of this, deal 5 damage. Not really gonna be that great for us there. I'll take the Lost Crate, giving us the level up. We're on level 5. I'll take Argenta's skill, scaling.
You came to the wrong Sphinxian. I believe in joy.
When you use a vehicle, your weapons gain 10% crit chance. Pretty good, admittedly. If we could find a vehicle that would happily slot into this build, that would be a really good way for us to gain crit chance. Anyway, improvised weaponry. When you crit, your weapons gain 5 damage for the fight. Yes, please.
When you're ready, I'll send you to Orlin. But I'll keep you as long as I can.
We'll take our slowest things off field. And then pop Super Syrup down next to the Tesla Coil and the Critical Core. I'd love to get the full 20% crit that it can give to each of its adjacent items. The longest of the fights that we can go against will be Hydro Dude. Oh no. Nightmare, the build's too powerful. The Super Syrup doesn't have time to finish. Oh, got the 4th trigger off though. That was pretty good. Chum, that'll come with a Piranha as well. It'll sells medium items. Admittedly, upgrades on Tesla Coil are really important for us right now, but chocolate bars, how am I gonna turn down just a straight up 150 max HP when I'm not healing or shielding? Again, it becomes even more important to get those. I'm gonna hit up the mountain pass, and I am looking for... Oh. Well, looking for another fight so that I can use my Super Syrup for scaling, but this is a particularly dangerous fight. Oh, we got there. We even got 2 more usages of Super Syrup out. And that'll give us enough experience to get our level 6 level up. 2 gold for each friend, 2 gold silver tier loot item, silver tier item. I'm just going to take the silver tier item. Ugh. Virus. Destroys an item on both players, small item on both players' boards, and then gains poison, and then it'll do additional poison on its next trigger in 24 seconds time. Yeah, it's just really slow. I mean, I'd love to be able to continue running the Super Syrup right now, but I think it makes so much more sense for me to actually field my damage right now. Aggressively push my way through this fight. Ooh, Inexorable would be so good for us. They have an energy potion. They don't have a way of reloading it. And they do have an Arc Blaster? Curious. They did a surprising amount of poison quite quickly, though. Catfish was going off regularly. It's got to be the docks again. I don't really want health or shielding. Submarine. Every 3 seconds, deal 25 damage. Gain shield equal to this item's damage. This is a vehicle. That's probably the most important fact about it, the fact that it's a vehicle. Because that will affect things. What? Don't know yet. It could... If I end up with skills that insist that I use a vehicle, I guess I could end up using that. I'm gonna head to the mountain pass and try and take another fight, giving us the opportunity to finish out our simple syrup. Yeah, I can't level it up again and try and go for another 30% crit chance on all things. It's even possible that I still finish this fight with it intact. And actually, is that about to happen? All right, well, I'll save it on one. I'll save it on one ammo. Sure, why not? Gunpowder to give it one more ammo. I'll sell Virus and Magma Core, making some space. I mean, upgrade your leftmost bronze or silver tier item and the super syrup's right there. I said I wasn't gonna do it, but then... But then it lasted. Sabertooth for Diamond Fangs or a fast attacking sword. Honestly, no. Again, it comes down to I want the longest fight possible so that I can get as much crit chance out of the super syrup. Crit score is all the way up to 75% now. We managed to get 3 charges of super syrup, so that's 9% crit damage to both, 9% crit chance rather to Tesla Coil and the critical core. I absolutely need to hit my Alpha Ray upgrade soon.
Just taking the first step toward good taste.
Yeah, First Aid is here, but it's not what I want. Cooling Fan, give the core 10% additional crit chance for the fight. Admittedly, I'm getting to the point that it's not needed anymore.
Neither wealthy nor wise.
I'll leave that fight, unfortunately. Isla, please. No, it's not Isla, that's Quixel. You'll buy large items at +3. I might... Oh, there we go. We got the Alpha Ray upgrade. That's all I wanted. If we get anything else, I'm over the moon about it. Fine, we didn't. That's A-okay. I can sell you the submarine. That does feel like a good idea.
Take this stupid gold and give me that.
I get 3 extra for having sold it to Quixel. We don't field simple super syrup when we are on the fight. It's just much more important we actually win the combat. So with that Alpha Ray upgrade, the core, when it's used, now gives all of our weapons +6 damage for the fight, rather than +3. And the core should definitely be our most commonly used item by a lot. Nice. The core is used as many times as Uzi or Pulse Rifle, which, to be fair, Uzi and Pulse Rifle are both very fast as well. So that makes sense. Kina sells non-weapon items. What would I even do with those? 2 gold on the weapon. We get the katana every 2 seconds. Attacks for 8 damage. Orlan teaches gold tier skills and Rukon teaches weapon skills. Weapon skills are good, but Rukon doesn't have gold tier weapon skills much today.
Why does Nufu set himself apart? We Sphinxians must work together.
The first time you fall below half health each fight, shield equal to the total poison of your items, or when you have exactly 1 weapon, if you use it, slow an item, and then warm hugs when you use a friend, burn 2. We'll be rolling past those happily. And there's building crescendo. This is the second time this has happened to me in recent memory. Super Syrup is pretty cool for giving crit chance to the things adjacent to it, but building crescendo very, very quickly gives our entire board 100% crit chance. It's pretty hard to ignore that.
Skills quickly, but it takes patience to master them.
Tox Clocks, haste, slow, and cooldown items are certainly my preferred subset here. definitely not going for a fuel rod. Burn both players for 5. Haste adjacent items for 1 second. This is every 8 seconds it does this. And the huge benefit you get for that 8-second charge is the passive adjacent vehicles have their cooldowns reduced by 5%. Race call. When you haste, charge this 1 second. And then there's also metronome. When you use an adjacent item, give the other haste. Honestly, metronome is probably a good idea here. I don't believe that necessarily makes race call a good idea. Enclave, Weeper, Dire Ringlet, and Foreman. Enclave Weeper has the worst items here for us, but 3... I'd only need 1 experience in the next 2 spaces in order to get another level up before we go into the next fight, which is another 100 HP. It's pretty good. I'm already getting my crit chance very quickly. I don't need to go to the Dire Ringlet for that. Foreman, realistically, I would only go to you if I wanted the Crane right now. And I don't wanted the Crane right now. Best item I can get here is Vial of Blood for an additional experience. That would save me having to go to an event for a single piece of experience. And then I'd still get my level up before the next fight. Super Syrup is down to only 3 charges left. Find advantages in that combat. Ooh, Artisan Dunes for 10 additional damage on critical core. That can't be better than Isla selling weapons right now. Well. Crane. When you use an adjacent large item, this gains 30% damage to the fight. When you use an adjacent medium, this gains 20% damage for the fight. I think this slows down what I'm good at to make something else start, which is not the direction I want to be going right now. I want Uzi to show up less, so if I keep a lower quality version of it, because its upgrades don't really give it much, it gives it so little damage. If I keep a lower quality version of it, I won't find it as much anymore as bronze items start to become less likely. Railgun. When you use the core or ray, charge is 3 seconds. Well. You didn't say anything about Raygun. There's also Ballista. When you haste, give this 30 damage to the fight. When this gains haste, charge it 1 second. I feel like it's take Ballista and find a way to make it work. I feel like I've seen Ballista so many times that that has to be the right play. And I want that to be my only friend, and then I give you the haste there, and then it's like this, I guess. But then Ballista doesn't have an adjacency, so Tesla Coil goes adjacent to Pulse Rifle, goes adjacent to Alpha Ray on the left. When they're all critting, they want to be on the left-hand side of the core. Right? Because then when they activate, they give a second worth of charge to the critical core. And when they crit, they give a second worth of charge to the critical core. And then by the time... Well, Ballista is going to need an upgrade. Or 2. Railgun, when you use the core array, charge this. I'd love to be able to use Railgun, but if I'm taking Ballista, Ballista is what I need to focus on and is what is going to do the best for us. It will be. Get a small friend. I think it's time to get rid of the Super Syrup. I think we are long past its due date. Silver tier item, silver tier loot item, silver tier friend. We'll go silver tier loot item this time. Nice. Just 4% cooldown reduction for the board. That's exactly the kind of thing I would have wanted. I'll sell crypto, the bronze crypto, for a full 5. Kaiserko J. Kaiserko Jai, rather.
Not to squabble with nobody.
Immolating Spark, Final Flame. They've got a very powerful Weather Glass on that board. Oh boy. Big freeze at the start of the fight slowed down my growth pretty significantly.
Next time, boys, less blunder, more plunder.
And that's with Ballista with no upgrades. Yep. The core is pretty quick. And when it's quick, it gives haste to Ballista, which then translates that back into damage to the enemy's face. Pulse Rifle and Tesla Coil. Tesla Coil's gonna need an upgrade, otherwise, like, it's really lacking. It's starting to feel pretty slow. It could easily give way right now to both Arc Blaster and Uzi, but realistically, Uzi and another weapon would probably be significantly better. I'm just looking for the faster triggers.
Spar with you, but this leg. Oof.
Bulldozer. When you use another friend, this gains 20 damage to the fight. There's also your other friend's cooldown is reduced by 20%. There's another railgun. There's a laser pistol. That's not for us right now, friends. Plasma rifle. When you burn, 25 additional damage. There's also Armadillo. When you shield, charge at 1 second. An angry balloon bot. When you lose shield, this gains damage equal to 20% of the shield you lost. I was really hoping to find a good upgrade or a fast weapon or something like that there. We didn't, unfortunately. Small weapon from the battlefield. Curio, you have bronze tier neutral items. I don't think I want anything from you. I think I get enough haste already out of the metronome that I don't really need to get more. Let's hit up these gumballs. Ooh. Red is definitely the color we're looking for here. So grabbing 4 of them in my first 6 was pretty good. I do enough damage that I feel like Radiant Corsair is just a pile of experience waiting to be picked up. Yeah. It gets pretty wild. Fiery Rebirth, 2nd health bar. The first time you would lose each fight, heal to full. Thank you kindly. Oh, well. I mean, that's it, right? Let's have a quick look at this. So we currently have as options here Guardian's Gorge, enchant item with shield effects, Sirocco Step, enchant item with haste effects, and Languid Dunes, enchant item with slow effects. Now, the Critical Core hastes 2 items for 3 seconds, so that's some additional scaling for the Ballista. That's another 30 scaling for it. Obviously, it's not charging faster necessarily unless it gets targeted by those. However, Guardian's Gorge, our health has been disappearing. Guardian's Gorge on Ballista pretty quickly solves our health problem. Now, for all the damage it does, it will shield us immediately afterwards. Grandmaster skill upgrades. Please give me the upgrade for improvised weaponry. There it is. When you crit, your weapons gain now 10 damage for the fight rather than 5. Bakun. Actually, you know what? It's the eating contest. I get the full 150 twice because I have Rebirth. So this is 300 more max HP for us right now. That's huge. Tesla Coil is just really slow. I need to replace it. I'm going to pop a Uzi and Arc Blaster onto the field. This build seems to be afflicted. They've 0 wins so far. Ooh, 3 diamonds on board, though. Oh, all hope to the spices. I mean, it's gonna double their damage a couple times. Unfortunately, the Ballista beat them to the punch. So they had spices there and only 1 weapon on board, so it gave itself, or just doubling the damage of that weapon. They had 3 charges for the spices, so if they could have, they would double it, and then double it again, and then double it again. So 8 times damage. Could have been good. And it's got multicasts. That build was just about to come together, and I slapped it back down into the waste bin. Waste bin. That's a sentence, right? Waste bin. Oh, snack time. 400 max HP. I know it only says 200 on the tin, but remember, Fiery Rebirth. Bell's dig site. Dig for a free item.
To change of clothes, because you're gonna get dirty.
Cargo shorts. They're not a bad item, but like, you can find truly absurd things in here. Sextant. Adjacent items have 30% additional crit chance. When you crit, charge this 2 seconds. Every 4 seconds, haste an item for 3 seconds. I feel like it doesn't contribute to my crit chance, but it will cause it. But it's haste triggers to no target specifically, right? I need it specifically to be to the Ballista to actually really be appreciating it.
I don't take those myself.
I mean, realistically, the Alpha Ray does not need to be on this board, right? The Alpha Ray is for scaling our weapon's damage, but Shielded Ballista scales its own damage. It is its own outcome.
Hey, you're a natural at this.
I'm gonna take the Sextant. Simon sells skills unique to Dooley, but I'm gonna go to Vermeer, who teaches crit skills. I want benefits from critting. Because I can crit. I can crit easily right now. I just need that to do more. Right eye, 24% additional crit chance. Slowing gives additional crit chance. Alright, I'm just gonna have building crescendo upgrade here, so now it grows 50% faster. I just need the triggers to be common. And Sextant will do that. Burninator bot, you have a flamethrower, which is probably not going on this build, but theoretically, I don't know, maybe. Okay, yeah, the Sextant's triggering a lot, and it's pretty quickly giving my entire board perma-haste. Pylon, when you slow, haste an item for 2 seconds. Yeah, it's my second most commonly triggering item. Never mind. I think Sextant is a good choice here. Street Festival, one of the 3 hero merchants. Honestly, I'm gonna just go to Mysterious Port. Oh, Thieves Guild. Give it to me. Give it to me. Give me the upgrade hammer in the vault. Ugh, no upgrade hammer for us, unfortunately, but a lot of money. Quite seriously, an absurd amount of money in these vaults. Very glad to be here to clear them out. This will give me the ability to be extremely generous. Nufu sells skills, and I'm in the market to buy, buddy. Absolutely, I'll buy the weaponized upgrade again. When I crit, I get now 15 additional damage to all of my weapons. I need the ballista upgrade, but I can be patient. Ish. That counts as patience, right? Gold tier tool item, gold tier loot item, and gold tier item item? Gold tier loot, please. 10 additional damage. I mean, admittedly, it should probably go on the ballista. But it could go on ballista or the critical core, admittedly.
Everyone here is
Quixel!
huge. It's terrifying.
I want the ballista upgrade. How dare you?
Go buy something huge and then sell it to me.
Finn's Big Bite for more max HP. Especially because it's doubled, so it's like 400 max HP we just picked up there. Death Knight Reaper, I can take you out easily, but Elite Duelist has some real appeal here, specifically because of both Big Ego, your weapons have lifesteal, and Knife Set. When you use a weapon, charge this 2 seconds.
Incredible. I yield to your skill.
Butterfly Souls is not what we're looking for. Every 7 seconds, it deals 5 damage with multi-cost 2. At Diamond tier, that at least has multi-cost 4. Mysterious Portal for the upgrade! An item! Says Forger. Thank you, says I, in response. And I will be using that for a ballista. Believe it or not. Middle sells medium items, but there's a snack time. For another bunch of HP, upgrade your leftmost item. Why not make that one also ballista? Why not, huh? In 2 hours, go all the way to diamond, and that's gonna make Charlie full stop pretty sad.
Are you sure? Have you noticed I'm huge?
It's a square build. Ooh. Square builds are pretty exciting.
Well, I guess motivation isn't everything.
I appear to have won. It did happen very suddenly. The critical core is still very responsible for damage. I mean, Pulse Rifle and Uzi are. Uzi? Well, I guess they are scaling every time I crit at least, so... makes some sense. Another 520 HP, thank you. Again, I refer you to the Fiery Reaper. Middle sells medium items. I've already got the ballista fully upgraded.
Nothing
I'll go
else,
look at
nothing
your
new.
items.
All about moderation.
There's a world where I try and run Chrono Barrier to counter an infinite, but the thing is, I also think I already beat that infinite. I just need faster resolutions. Realistically, that's all I will need. Pulse Rifle is not fast enough for us right now. I'm gonna start collecting Race Carl, because you'll see a lot of haste triggers, admittedly. Like, he probably attacks faster than Pulse Rifle eventually. Not yet, but eventually.
Still weak. Ice cut best.
Cross Street Champion's going to be handy here.
Ain't good, make stronger.
3 experience from this, 1 more experience from each of our next 2 spaces. We'll get our level 14. Wait, is that 4 experience for that? Never mind, I've also got a Bazaar con, so that's going to blow out the math multiple different ways. Professor Wriggle, Vermeer teaches crit skills. There's not much I want past improvised weaponry and building crescendo, both max level here. Adira, you teach diamond tier skills, though.
Power for my own gain, you know.
Knife tricks, when you use a weapon, reduces cooldown by 5% for the fight. The critical core will get very low with that. Shielded Ballista probably doesn't even have time to get as low as it would want to be with that.
I've taught you all I can. Until tomorrow, that is.
We're long past Tesla Coil being on board, Hamlet, Arc Blaster. 3 diamond tier chocolate bars. Honestly, I think I go to Aerodrome and I roll until I see a unique space. 5% health.
Eat up.
How do you turn down Finn offering you 600 HP? These enemies are going to be absolutely annoyed when they finally take away my HP bar and then I fire your rebirth. Oh, I'm an absolute menace. Oh, cannonade!
You've got talent. You should put it toward nobler use.
It's a cannonade! It's so cool! Anyway. Cosmic Wind would be a really good skill for us. Unfortunately, we are long past being able to pick that up. It's when you crit, haste an item. Tina. Yep. It's a perfect time for an eating contest. Gold items at Goldie, but we go to the Shrouded Figure for experience, which itself also comes with health. Gold tier loot item is 6% cooldown reduction for the board. That's the best outcome it could have been. The thing is, I need the fast triggers on the left-hand side initially to trigger the critical core enough times that it starts triggering the Shielded Ballista. And I don't think just Race Carl with no hastes other than the Metronome and Sextant, which only activate other items, only activate once other items are already activating, are really where we want to get that from.
Yes, I will dance with you.
Please dance with me, Lord of the Wastes. And then give me the genie lamp and I'll gain a bunch of max HP.
The Outlander way is truth. Someday you will see.
Pendulum. Haste all of your items 2 seconds. When you crit, charge this 3 seconds. Adjacent items have 30% additional crit chance. That's our replacement for the Sextant. It'll activate less commonly, sure, but it hastes all of the items, which is important, which is also a lot more scaling for the Shielded Ballista, but also Sextant doesn't necessarily hit the Ballista. Pendulum does. Which also means there's a lot more haste on board for Race Carl to see. I can try it. We can try it. Street Festival. Yes, I'm looking for jewels. I'm looking for your knife set, please. Whoa! Knife set! And it's at diamond tier. Every 5 seconds, deal 30 damage. When you use a weapon, charge this 3 seconds. Well, that's even better. There is a world where I try and remove Metronome from this board, but admittedly, I don't think I want to do that. It would be Metronome and Uzi go out to put Race Carl in, and then we're just trying to cycle much more quickly. No. Korean Black Backwell. I don't even need to look at any more there. We got the item I wanted. We got the item I needed. Pendulum, let's get you to charge, I imagine, 4 seconds. Yep, every time we crit. So now it only takes 2 crits to set you off. Jules Cafe, give me a cool extra 810 hit points to be working with here. And then we're going into the final fight. Knife Set Ballista. And we get the Pendulum as well. This is so good. Is this legitimately going to be the speediest run I've ever done? We're under 51 minutes right now. This could be our win. Oh, that's a multi-striking crane courtesy of Retooled, giving it multi-strike. It'll kill me as soon as it attacks. It never attacked. It never happened. It was gonna do 100,000 damage to me when it attacked. Oh, twice. Sorry, it was gonna do 100,000 damage. Twice. Knife Set, Pendulum, using the critical core. We had the Metronome for passing it back and forth. Had Sextant for a while, had the Alpha Ray. Those aren't really as relevant, but just in case. And the Super Syrup. Unfortunately, I immediately invalidated the Super Syrup stuff that we were doing, but if we hadn't found Building Crescendo, it would have still been very, very important. I also have great news. As a result of this run in particular, 3 more chests, we're going to be getting up to Gold 3. I'm making my way on stream as well as in this series, trying to climb out of Gold. I imagine it goes Gold and then Diamond and then Legendary as the cards in this go. Oh, actually, hang on. I've also got 10 chests to open. Speaking of Legendary, you wanna treat me, game? The answer is evidently no, and that's fine by me. I have enough gems to get another character, and that's all I gotta care about. For the moment, let me just say that that's been a speedrun. My name's been Rhapsody. Crit Core works! Top left is a series playlist for all my content on the game, past, present, and future. YouTube recommendations down below. Streaming past the names of the people so generously supporting the Republic on patreon.com/RhapsodyPlays. Out above the thanked in. A special thanks to this episode, Eloise. Hopefully you all have been enjoying yourselves, and hopefully we'll see you all next time.